series is going to be Pholon against GTR. So we get to see GTR's third and final game in the group. If he wins this, he will definitely go through. If he doesn't win it, does he go through anyway? I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think it's almost certainly he's going to.
Yeah, it seems like people who win 2 games generally go through, but I haven't actually done the maths. I'm pretty sure the way there's a tiebreaker is when there's 3-0 and a bunch of 1-2s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically it's up to Pholon here to take out GTR, because if he goes down 0-2, then he's going to rely on that tiebreaker to basically get him through. So he really needs to get a victory out here. And I mean, Hyde, despite looking a little bit out of his depths against you, managed to win a game, and we know that Pholon can scrap, so maybe he can make something happen. And are we ready to go?
And yep,
sure.
Alrighties, here we go. Hawaiian Pig commenting that neither of these guys know how to close out a game. Very true. This could be quite painful. Oh my god.
Okay, so Pholon is the green color at the top. Let's just go purple.
I think we have been trolled by Torenhire again. Oh, look, there he is laughing in the chat.
What a prick.
Wah, 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 wah.
Good
Enjoy
idea.
your TVT.
He reminded me that I can ban him. That's so good. I feel so
That
much.
is a noob mistake.
I feel so much more satisfied. Wait, do you guys?
Reminding the mods they have power.
Are you in chat as well? 538. I'll give you mod, and then I'll unban him, and you can reban him.
Alright, I'm not sure to do that, but sure.
What? Oh, you're TI 538, right?
Here, I just wrote it, yeah.
Okay,
That's an L, as in TL.
Okay, so I've unbanned him, and I'll just wait to demod him quickly. And okay, go ahead. It's your turn. Oh, doesn't it feel good?
I'm not sure how to ban, but
click
it does feel good.
Do you see the cross next to his name? It's like a circle with a cross in it. Click that.
Circle with a cross in it? No such thing.
Where is
So in the meantime,
Oh well.
GTR is building a supply depot. Pholon is also building a supply depot.
I am shocked. Color me shocked. Alright, so Joel, did you want to ban him as well?
I'm not in chat.
Oh, okay. All
Don't
right.
believe in it.
I did find the ban button, so from now on, no more messing around in the chat, guys.
Alrighty, so now that Torenhire is banned for trolling us by putting a TVT now, we can also get mad at Pholon and GTR for both picking Terran against each other. I don't know if GTR... Okay, Pholon said the GTR randomed against him, so it's a random into TVT. So basically, the onus is on GTR here to make this not a half-hour total fest. It's not Pholon's fault. It's GTR's fault, and it's his thing. His prerogative to fix it. GTR hilariously.
I'm prerogative. Within a minute of each other. You are stepping it up, Gantry.
Okay. So yeah, I mean GTR's making a Marine. I mean TVT
Yeah,
is
I
one
really
of those
don't
matchups.
think we shouldn't expect GTR to make this a fast game. If anything, it's meant to be fun.
And someone said we had to ban Sail. Why would we ban Sail? I don't think he's even.
Well, we love Sail, come on.
Yeah, Sail's great.
Hey Sail, shout out.
Oh, he's here.
I never thought this day would come and that I could give a shout out to Sail.
I would up Sail, but he demodded me in his chat, so fuck you, Sail. No, I don't mean that, but you're not getting modded anyway.
Wait, why did he demod you? Were you being a bitch?
No, what happened was, right, okay, so while we were watching this boring TVT, TVT being the second worst matchup in Brood War behind ZVZ, it can be exciting, but again, at amateur levels, it tends to be terrible. For the most part. So anyway, what happened was, there was a guy, or there is a guy on Team Liquid called Glider.
He's a hip dude.
You know who he is? You know, the guy who does those drawings? Like the video ones on YouTube? And there was that competition where he had to get votes to get a feature on the YouTube front page or something like that, and he was like, hey TL, do you want to help out? and everyone's like, yeah, and they like got behind him, and there was this this other person in the contest called Jennifer ESL, and she was a
Remember her name.
English second language teacher on YouTube who had like, you know, fuck all subscribers, wasn't promoting this contest at all, but for some reason was keeping up with the mass voting of TL. Like, TL was going all out. Like, we were, you know, up around like 500,000 votes and shit like that. Like, between, you know, we had people like running like scripts and stuff like that to vote multiple times and whatnot. It was, you know, dodgy as fuck. But anyway, I mean, it's all over now, so we can talk about it.
If we can actually talk about it.
But yeah, she was botting, basically. She was botting to get her votes up, so it was a really like, it was like everyone had to get behind it, and I was like in sales chat, like, yeah, yes, everyone, let's go vote for her, and AIDS, someone called AIDS Meister, I think it was, fantastic name by the way, AIDS Meister, was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it, and he had some really lame excuse, and I'm like, well, if you don't do it, I'll ban you from everywhere that I have the power to. It's like, well, I'm not going to do it, and so I did it, and then I got demodded from sales chat the next day, because
I guess I can tell the story now while this game unfolds,
Okay.
because that's the kind of place we're in. At some point, you came to me and said, here is how you run this amazing bot script that will make Glider win a thing
Yes,
over this other bot. And I remember seeing it and thinking, I don't know how any of this works. But in my mind, what had happened was, she had used some bot script, and you had designed a bot to beat
no.
her bot. So it was a kind of like, in my mind, it was, remember in Terminator 2, when they sent the Terminator back to stop the other Terminator? You had done that, and it was beautiful, but I didn't understand any of it. You just kept on talking, and I was like, no, got it.
It was much less technical. That basically, like, someone in the TL just like posted a script that you put in this iMacro thing so it could add on for Firefox. But I mean, she literally had like computers botting for her. Like, she'd paid for bots, but we ended up beating her, so it's all good.
So, Pholon was moving in with tanks on the bridge. One of them just took a mine hit and dropped immediately to 10 hit points. But apart from that, like, he's not in bad shape at all. He's got his barracks out there to float and scout.
I think we've gotten who it's who. Alright, so Pholon's the guy pushing with a single tank, because it's
He's got
TVT.
something around the back as well. He's got 2 tanks in the front and 1 around the back.
Okay, why is there a tank there? Like, why is there a...
So he can siege the SUVs from behind the
Oh,
wall.
he's gonna siege like the... Yeah, okay. Alright, that's pretty cool. So basically, Pholon is being aggressive, because, you know, TVT.
He's sitting with the hard control as well with me helping it turn.
Looks like GTR's going drops. Seems to be his favorite thing. Has a single Wraith as well. So it looks like he basically wants to circumvent this container that Pholon is making, because getting container destination is so tough. It doesn't matter what matchup it is, even if it's this fucking terrible matchup, because...
Pholon's already doing the power boosters for his Goliaths, so he'll be reasonably well against the drop.
And the single siege tank sieging down the mineral line, preventing mining of GTR, and this is really awkward. But luckily he does have that dropship out, and the tank only has 9 hit points.
Wow. And meanwhile the push at the front has 2 tanks to the none of GTR now after he lost his tank. So honestly, Pholon's in great shape. I'm very impressed. All he has left is vultures, and vultures are frankly aren't great against tanks unless he eats some mines.
Unfortunately, there is a dropship full of vultures about to get to his base, and there's like 1 tank on the ramp, 2 now, but 4 vultures can kill a lot of SCVs before 2 tanks can actually kill 4 vultures, especially if they have mines, which they do. And if GTR lays these mines in good positions, this could be really tough to deal with. Microing the individual tanks against mines is really tough, unless of course you have a random turret there, detecting the mines.
There's a mine right beside the tanks, and 2 tanks eat a mine as soon as it's run.
Still, he did manage to kill, I think, about 8 SCVs total, and definitely has disrupted Pholon's attempt at this container.
Same time he's losing his natural.
At the same point, he does have 2 Wraiths, and there's only 1 Goliath. If he can get a couple more out, he can probably just like attack with it. He's actually getting cloak.
The Goliath puts power on. Does he have contact left?
We do not. It's only turrets for Pholon. So if Pholon doesn't get turrets up around his push, he only has the one as a fairway is back. Cloaked Wraith should be able to just take everything out. Getting some nice mines laid down there, and this, I think this contain is not long for life.
No, but it's still a damage. I feel how much he's lost in mineral mining time alone, but then the amount he's paid to repair that crime center on top of it is.
Now Pholon is making marines in the mineral line of GTRs. I'm not sure that's going to be useful, but it's certainly cool.
He should be making fire bats, but unfortunately he doesn't have an academy. Everyone knows that when you land barracks in TVT, you're supposed to make fire bats. That's the generally accepted standard. And here come the Cloaked Wraiths, cleaning up the rest of this contain. And I think.
Oh, and the Goliaths get eaten by the. Wait, Pholon's got Wraiths in his own right now?
Unfortunately, Cloaked Wraiths beat Uncloaked Wraiths 9 out of 10 times.
I'm surprised he's dropped everything. This is really
Also, GTR is also about 30 supply ahead of Pholon, which is another issue. You know, when you're playing a game where you need units and shit.
Pholon's academy going way up now.
Someone in chat called you ugly because you're unintelligible. Yes.
Do you want me to ban them, Jolt?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. No, they're talking about the fact that Jolt's microphone is absolutely terrible.
It's really genuinely awful.
It really is. Like, it actually sounds like you've been underwater this entire cast. And if you were, that would be really cool, but I don't think that's the case. Like, if you were actually, like, so dedicated that you were like, oh, I have to be underwater today. Oh, by the way, GTR has a third. Pholon not even close to that. Yeah.
Well, GTR has a third command center that's just chilling above some minerals, so
yes,
soon it will transform into a third.
And in comes some Wraiths to do some harass, but I mean, turrets are up. I don't know how much this is going to do. He does have the Charon boosters, and he has the option. He does have Concept coming up in his main. Probably will get one who's natural quickly. And he's actually had to remake an eBay because he doesn't have an eBay anymore because he had it in GTR's natural and it died. So that's a pain in the ass for him. He'll probably have to remake Barracks as well because that is also dead. So he's only got the 3 factories now, or 4 factories now, and he won't be able to go up to any more without making a Barracks. So it's just those little things that can be a huge pain in the ass. And it looks like Pholon is just once again going for his around the back of the minerals push, avoiding, you know, the army of GTR to try and do some harassment. But I don't know how well this is going to work out.
GTR has finally landed his third, so hopefully he can pull ahead now in this game so he can slow it down.
I like that it's not just me, you know, giving the players a bit of stick. Yeah, I'm glad that you're joining in because it's a little bit, you know, when it's just me and Jolt's being all manner and stuff like that.
Normally I'm reasonably reticent to give out about people, but I'm following this lead.
I think it's perfectly fair for players to get told off for being slow at finishing games.
Just say it's perfectly fair.
Anyway, GTR also is, yeah, I did say that. No, I didn't. GTR is dropping the back, has prevented mining, and Pholon mining out the back so he can actually get there, because he doesn't have the air count to actually get over there and stop that without just trying to, you know, brute force it with tanks. Looks like he's going to be able to do that, though. GTR being a little bit, I guess, caught out by just the number of units that Pholon had. And Pholon's contain in the meantime seems to be quite solid. There's absolutely no mining going on at GTR's natural. Unfortunately for Pholon, you know, GTR has the third done, has a fourth coming up, so he doesn't really give a shit.
GTR dropped Pholon's back minerals, dropped behind Pholon's minerals back and destroyed everything.
Yeah, and GTR coming to deal with this, doing the, you know, TVT drop tanks on tanks, but kind of fucking up and losing a dropship, or both dropships. I don't really know if that was particularly necessary, but, you know, it looks cool, because, you know, in professional TVT they do that, so it must be good, right? That's another thing I hate about, like, when you do, like, amateur matchups. Like, I appreciate people like Chef, who made that Hydra ZVZ build. And, like, you know that, like, in a professional match, where you've got, you know, a Zerg, like you know, like a J-Dog or whatever, microing with like 400 APM, you know, perfect meter micro and shit. When I say perfect, actually I probably shouldn't talk about J-Dong in terms of perfect meter micro, because after he lost all his ZVZs in, was it the MSL that Hydra won? Wait, Great one? No, it was Hydra, right?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Hydra.
Yeah, I bet. I can't believe I can't remember. I just don't care because of the ZVZ. But anyway, I mean, J-Dong's meter micro, he was just out microed by Hydra. 100%. Yeah, it's definitely Hydra. What am I talking about? He was the like successor to Effort. But yeah, I like the fact that people can think up builds that work in amateur levels that don't work in pro levels, because why the fuck not? We're not fucking professionals. We're allowed to use other builds. Anyway, attempted push by Pholon here. I say attempted because he just got absolutely and utterly destroyed. I think he killed like 2 units with like 30. Doesn't manage to kill anything but a turret. So this puts Pholon in a really bad position because he just suicided a whole lot of army. Almost half the supply of GTR now. Only just has the 3rd coming up. GTR mining from his 4th now. Has pretty good tank spreads to help defend this, and by getting this 4th up, he actually defends his back, so no more shenanigans from Pholon, you know, running around the back minerals and sieging the lines. And lag, but it seems to have stopped. So, I mean, TVT is such a tough matchup to play. Have you ever actually played TVT 538? Or have you?
Oh
yeah, from time to time I try, but
what's your
you know, I
build?
usually just 2-factor vultures probably.
Yeah, I tried to play TVT on only time I play TVT is in when you play a best of 9 all matchups grudge match or whatever. And yeah,
that's the only excuse to play TVT.
Yeah, I only do like.
No, I actually like TVT.
Really? It's such a
I'm not good at it. It's really hard to play Terran for me.
Yeah.
I suppose for Terran players as well. But it's fun. I like the beauty of it. It has a certain charm.
Yeah, it does, but it's just so hard. It's just so hard. It's
that's it. Maximum respect. It has a certain charm being said about TVT is a lovely way of putting it. There's definitely an attraction. I just I don't understand the fact that it has the same charm as, like, you know when you see an image of a glacier slowly carving a valley out of a series of mountains, it's just like, my god, that's, in a million years that would be beautiful. I mean, it's similar fact, in a million years something might happen in this game, but until then it's just so slow.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, they've made tanks, they've put them on their sides of the map, they've done their little bits of harass, and now Pholon is significantly behind in this game, and he's going to have to do something crazy to come back in it. Because if he just plays standard, I mean, GTR's going to win. If he does just, you know, nothing crazy, then GTR will 90% of the time, I think, win the game from this position. So he has to think of something different, because we know that GTR isn't going to go win the game, especially in TVT.
No.
Of all matchups where turtling is advisable and or doable, this is probably the most advisable or doable. And I mean, that's unfortunate for us, the viewer, because we know how GTR likes to do that.
Pholon might be preparing some interesting transition because he's researching +1 air weapons.
Oh, fantastic! So we might be seeing a full Wraith or maybe even a battle cruiser switch. He did
he's
BCs.
He's already producing the battle cruisers.
Fantastic. So this is one thing you do in TVT. When this gets to this point where you got tank lines and it's just annoying and boring, and it's like, I just want to shoot shit. You make some battle cruisers and you just go shoot shit, because battle cruisers, you know, they're decent against pretty much everything Terran can make. You know, Goliaths in good numbers will destroy them, but if you use the terrain to your advantage and still keep your tank lines maintained, you can do really good things with them. GTR just pushed up here to the right hand side to grab this expansion. What's interesting...
I'm not sure if prescient or something, but he's producing more Goliaths than he has been at any point up until now. So it could just be that he feels the tank counts are wrong, but definitely he has enough Goliaths to worry until Pholon hits that like serious number of battle cruisers where I think that really going to be a problem.
Yeah. Alright, and GTR just grabbing +2 attack. Isn't upgrading the whatchamacallits at all. Armor, vehicle plating at all, but it shouldn't be a huge issue. It tends to be the attack upgrades are far more important considering how well Terran damage scales. And it makes armor upgrades fairly simply because everything does so much damage that it's like, you deflect 3 damage, but you're still taking 50, so it's like, what's the point?
Also, there's a break point of weapon upgrades in TVT where you get +2 weapons for your tanks, and all of a sudden your tanks two-shot your opponent's tanks, and that's huge.
And they
it's like a
one-shot
33% increase.
And Pholon
Let's just hope
expanding.
that GTR tries to push with that, because well, that would be nice to see.
It's a little optimistic.
It would be nice to see. Anyway, Pholon making battle cruisers. So we're going to be here for a while, most probably.
Actually, GTR is preparing Wraiths, so I have to suspect that he scouted those battle cruisers.
Yeah.
Or he's just following the trend of getting a lot of Wraiths, which is
I think
so popular nowadays.
That is something that GTR seems to do. He tends to go for the trend of what Korean pro gamers are doing, and it tends to be the case with a lot of. You'll find that there's different people in the amateur community. There are people who just play their own style, right? And there's people who play. Oh, the Koreans are doing it right, I will do everything they do. And there's a big difference between what you'll see out from those players. I think GTR is one of the second type of players.
It's not doing him any harm at the moment. Like, he is 2 games up, and he's looking like taking the first of these games.
Yeah. Are you guys adverse to times doing this?
I don't know. I think.
Let's take a vote. I vote yes. Anyone else vote yes?
What are we voting on again?
Times doing it. How would you feel about times doing it like we did for the second game?
No, let's look at these Wraiths moving out. Maybe Pholon will be scared and do something.
I mean, he's close. He's picking off the tanks.
Alright, and the Goliath's like, wait, we can shoot you, but he is moving. Maybe
Yeah,
how to push down his base. Maybe it's like, as I said, the times 2, they're like, oh shit, we need to get our ass in gear. And so they started doing things.
He's losing all his Goliaths then, that's a real problem. When the battle cruisers come out, you don't have anything to stop the Wraiths.
There's only 4 battle cruisers though. I don't think that's enough to actually deal with this many Wraiths at all. I think the Wraiths could actually just kill them all. And Pholon knows it. Look, they're like hiding.
He needed the Goliaths.
The BCs are just hiding. They're like, oh shit, don't find us, please. But this, of course, means that Pholon on much less baseness. GTR with a huge bank, maxed out, fantastic production. Although I honestly think he could use like about 30 more Stargates, but that's fine. Shit happens.
My god. You ever want to be the guy who's getting his SCVs one-shotted by Wraiths as they transfer?
Yep. And I think the BC's moved somewhere. Oh, he's going to counterattack with the BCs, and he has a single Valkyrie in there as well. That's pretty smart. 2 Valkyries, in fact. Yeah. And yeah, basically to try and prevent the Wraiths from coming in and doing their shenanigans, because Valkyries do wreck Wraiths, but you need like 4 or 5 to actually wreck the Wraiths, right? Like, it's more than just 1. Having the upgrade will help though. He does have a +2 ship weapons started. Almost finished, in fact. And that's going to make these BCs and Valkyrie combination pretty lethal against the Wraiths. If you do have those, just the Valkyrie backup makes them so much stronger. Unfortunately for Pholon, he gets his BCs sort of going. He had to reveal them to basically get GTR off his back. But now he's literally mining on 2 bases against the 5 of GTR? 4, I should say. No, 5.
Maybe one of them will just get bored and leave.
Maybe. Wouldn't it be more likely that we would get bored and leave though?
Well,
being the
we're
spectators,
contractually
having no
obligated.
interactive element in this game. 3 Valkyries though,
Okay,
dueling with
so-
the Wraiths.
I was
Scans
gonna
go
say,
down, the
these
Wraiths
are-
pop,
once-
but he's running away. I feel like he should just attack. I think he's got enough here, but
I don't think he does now. I think the Crown boosters are really
No.
killing him.
I think he wasted time there. There's really not that many Goliaths, but he kind of pussyfooted around.
See
And
battle.
now there's like 3 BCs. And GG from Pholon.
Hold on, I feel like he was so close there at the end.
And up we go. So GTR goes 1-0 up against Pholon. One more win and he goes through to the round of 16 of the Torenhire Starleague.